Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002.
Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Fights him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Hooker.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Hooker to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
Now Fields. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. On the option right is Fields.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Hooker. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt.
Focus, boys. Focus.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
And they'll begin by running the option. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you...
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On the return is Sims.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He'll buy some time right. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackle just on the other side of midfield. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
A little short pass. This is Everett.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He's got the connection to Moore.
Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 40 yards.
And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here.
Hey, check that, street.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Stop him early.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 10. Fields.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Here's Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
To the air again, Fields.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Back to throw, Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, going up right here.
Off play action, Fields rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rare by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. One play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Oh, they'll run the option right. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. Transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now it's the backup Winston. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
Here we go.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Fields. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Fields on 1st down. The throw taken in by Sims. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, son.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Moore, the man in motion. Now it's Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Throwing again is Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Yeah, that's what we do. That is what we do.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On first down, Fields.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Let's go. Chips back. 11, 11, 11.
Throwing on second and long. Fields over the middle, complete. That's more. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make.
Throw out left, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, Winston.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing, Winston.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Lions take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields throw complete there to Moore.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Over the time with our defense, two extra defensive backs on the field and covering essentially every blade of grass. That will have them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Gibbs straight ahead.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Jameis now on first down.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Now Jameis on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
There you go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Looking deep for Adams.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10.
Right side to Williams.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And now they're in the hurry up. They'll throw again, Winston. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Fields throw there, complete to Sims.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Winston. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now on
third down. That pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They can't stop us. So much you're working with. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Here we go.
The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Don't jump. Ready?
They need 2. Here's third down. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. He's still on his feet, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Treston Ebner, 39 yards. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going to let it fly. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's got space past the 25. Still going. Off to the races. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go, son.
Here's 2nd and 7.
11. Go.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to work his way down to the 16. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bears, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.